record. Okay, so today is, what is today? April 9th, 2014. And I remembered that I forgot to do this last time, so my name is Christy Broom, and I am a global director on our team. And so I wanted to call this little impromptu meeting tonight real quick because I had some calls this week with some coaches, and I think there's a missing piece that maybe not everyone's missing, but it's enough that I wanted to get the word out about it. And if you're in a club, the Senior Coach Club or the EDs to Be Club, I put in a Prezi earlier this week, which was Prezi number 3, and I asked you guys to watch it, and then I wanted to know what you noticed that was different. And I didn't get any responses, so I'm not really sure if you guys didn't watch it or if no one noticed what was different. So that's something I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to go to screen share so you guys can see this. Maybe that's not the one I want. Hang on. There you go. Okay, can you see my screen right now? And does it say Prezi on it? Okay. This is Prezi number 3, and if you're not familiar with what a Prezi is, they're in Dreamweavers at the pinned post at the top. There's Prezi trainings. Here, let me show you where they're at. Here's our coaching page, and here's this pinned post. Now, if you're looking at this from your phone or from your iPad, it's just going to say pinned post. You're not going to see this part. You're just going to see a big square that says pinned post. So you actually have to click on that to open it if you're on an iPad or if you're on your phone. If you're on your computer, it'll show up like this. If you click this first link right here, it says Prezi Video Trainings. You click that and it'll open up and you can do health coach. There's the first Prezi, the second Prezi, and the third one. So the one I'm talking about tonight is number 3. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I wanted to go through what was new, okay? On this, Prezi number 3 is all about collecting yeses and making connections, which you all should be familiar with. Even if you're brand new, you should have talked to your mentor coach by now and be familiar with what that is. But this Prezi goes through it step by step. Now, what's been added is once you collect a yes, you get their email address. This is what do I send them, okay? This right here is the thank you email. And you can copy, and if you click on this, it'll take you right to it. And you can copy, highlight and copy and paste it right into an email and send it to your new connection. But you want to change it to your own personal contact information, info, and then what we call a landing page. Okay, some of you that have been around a while have a landing page that you've purchased, and some of you do not because you're new. So you can either use your coach or your mentor's landing page, or you have one that is what you set your co-branded website up. What's a co-branded website? It's where your clients order their food from. So when I signed up, my name's not easy to remember or to spell because it's Christy with a K and an I-E and Broom with 2 U's, and nobody knows how to spell it and nobody knows how to pronounce it. So I wasn't going to use my first name, so mine is just KLB. That's my initials, klb.tsfl.com. Okay, that's where, if you go to that, we'll go to order where my clients order their food from. You take that same KLB and put I choose optimal health. Why is it doing that? .com. You guys all have one. Okay, this is what it looks like with your information on it. So whatever your co-branded website is, okay, so Joe's might be joemarsh.tsfl.com. So her landing page that she would have through with that is the joemarsh.ichooseoptimalhealth.com. Okay, everyone has one. This is something that does not say Take Shape for Life. It does not say MetaFast. It's just a generic landing page where people can go and request more information. Right here, this will get emailed to you. There's success stories on here. There's video testimonies. And down at the bottom, you can find out your BMI, take a health quiz, and how to contact you. And all this stuff is already in here. So you guys should all go check yours out, okay? Now, that is something you're going to put in your thank you email after you collect the yes. So you got the yes, you called, they said they'd be happy to send the information. Great, you're going to send them the thank you email, okay? My Mac's doing funky things tonight. Hang on. So, okay, any questions on that so far? I can't see you, so you just have to unmute yourself and speak up if you have a question. Okay, no questions? Okay. So then let's say you're talking to someone and, hang on, I'm gonna stop share because I gotta see you guys. Okay, you're talking to someone and you're collecting the yes, right? And they're like, yeah, sure, I'm happy to send your information on. Okay, yep, great. Okay, now that kind of person, you're just going to collect the yes, and you're going to send them the thank you email, and you're going to tell them at the end, you know, and is it okay if I update you occasionally, right? And then you're going to put them in your connections list, and you're going to send a connections email twice a month to keep them connected to you. Some people, it's going to take 8, 10, 20 layers of repetitive layers of communication for them to see, for them to be ready, okay? Sometimes it takes 3 years. I've had people come in 3 years since I first connected with them, okay? Now, here's what I think people are missing. What if they say, oh my gosh, Tanya, what are you doing? I've been watching you. I was hoping you'd call me. What are you doing? What I'm finding is people will stop right then and there and just start blabbing and start telling them, okay? You don't want to do that because you're not prepared. You're not going to do it justice. You're just going to start talking because you're so excited to tell them you can't stand it, but you're going to miss things and you're not going to do it justice. So here's what you do is you say, you know what? I am so excited and I would love to tell you, but let me send you this link to check out, okay? And after you check that out, then you're going to have some questions for me. That way I can answer them all for you. So will you have time to check that out today or tomorrow? And then I can give you a call. Are you busy tomorrow night? Say 7:30. Would that work for you? And set that follow-up call right then and there, okay? Some people are not doing that. And they're just like, yes, I'll just send you the thank you email and you check it out and then give me a call. That's not going to work. They want to know that you care, right? Enough to follow up with them. It's not that you're going to call and bug them. If you guys watched Lydia's video about, what was she doing? Tile or I don't know. She was doing some remodel with her house. And she'd called around to different people. And the person that called her back to see if she had any questions is the one that she went with because they cared enough to call her back. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you have someone that you're collecting a yes from and they say, oh my gosh, Judy, I have been hoping you were going to call me. I want to know what it is. Tell me. Judy, what are you going to say? I'm going to put you on the spot.
You put me on the spot. I'm going to say, I'm going to send you to my landing page, and then I'm going to call. When's a good time to call you after you've read it?
Okay.
And find a good time to call them back when you have all your act together and all your notes and everything with you, so you don't forget to ask them things.
Yep. You're going to tell them you'd be happy, more than happy to tell them more about it. But let me send you something to check out first. And this is going to give you an idea, and I have to go, or I don't have time right now. But I can later tonight if you'd have a chance to look at it today. And then are you free tonight? And I'm happy to call you and I can answer all your questions and tell you more. Then when you call them, be prepared to do the interested script. And the interested script is when you're going to call them up and you're going to start out, I'm so excited to tell you all about it. But, I want to hear a little bit more about you first. So let's talk about you first and then I can explain the program. What's some of your health goals? What are some of the biggest changes you want to see happen for you? And get them talking, because that's how they're going to find more value in what you're going to tell them. Okay? I also found out, a couple times that people are saying, and it's hard not to, and it's not a bad thing, but if you ever drop the Medifast bomb or the Take Shape for Life bomb, when people ask you what you're doing, maybe it's in a Collecting Yes, or maybe it's just somewhere else. It's not that we're not proud of that, because we are, but what do we do in this day and age? No matter what else you say, they heard Take Shape for Life. They heard Medifast. And they're probably, if you're not seeing them face to face, they're Googling right now, right? And so they're going to get all this information and takes it away from you and connects them to that. So they don't have a reason to call you back or for you to even call them back. They're not going to answer the phone because they already got all the information they wanted without finding value in what you can actually offer them with the true full program. Does that make sense? Because it's not just the food. The food is just one simple little tool that we have. The true program is the education and the support that we provide. That makes sense? Okay. You guys are all nodding. Okay. Hang on. I'm going to screen share one more time. Whoops, maybe. Okay. Now, another option, if you want to, why I told you about the Take Shape for Life thing, is what you'll find in this Prezi is she says that you can also send a video. If you choose to send this video, it does say Take Shape for Life and it does say Medifast. So you can do what you want. It is your business. Why I wouldn't do that is exactly what I just said. They're Googling that. They'll have no reason to answer your phone call. So instead,
the other option you have that we've talked about is just to send your landing page link.
I thought Kim hopped on the call with me.
The other option you have that we've talked about is
cool. So then you could send them the thank you email, right? And you could put your I Choose Optimal Health landing page on that, or you can use your mentor coach's landing page, whichever you choose and whatever you work out with your mentor coach is fine. And then when the ones that say, what are you doing? I want to know more. That's when you say, I can't wait to tell you more. When do you think you'll have a time to watch this? And I can call you tonight if you'll have time today to watch it, or if not, maybe tomorrow night's better for you. And just set a time right then and there. Here's another layer thing that they put on here, and this is a little 8-minute video of how to collect yeses in the follow-up. So if you haven't watched that, that would be something really good to watch. This is just kind of a little step-by-step, like what to say. If they say yes, you say this. If they say no, you say that. It's just kind of a cool little thing. That's all new that we've added. And then Lydia actually shows you how to do, how to send a connections emails here. So this is all brand new since that first slide I showed you. So if you think you know all the Prezis, you don't, because this is new March 28th. So just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of that. And now I'm going to open it up for questions. So anybody can unmute themselves and ask. Joe, do you have a question? You unmuted.
Yeah, sorry.
Then she froze. Did everybody freeze? Maybe it's me.
I made the connection last week and they were excited to look into it. I did not do the piece where I will call you in a couple of days. Is it too late to call now this week, or what would you suggest?
No, it's not too late.
Okay.
It's not too late. Wouldn't you feel like touched if someone that you connected with called you back to see if you could answer your questions and if you'd like to know more about it?
You bet.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the stone unturned.
Exactly. And that brings up another point that I had. If you have a bunch of those, okay, if you are thinking, crap, she's talking about me, how did she know? Oh my gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. But if it is you and you have a list, then something you like, it would have been a really great idea when we had that $40 off to pick up the phone and call them then, that the $40 off the variety pack. That would have been a great way to go, hey, I got something exciting to tell you. I didn't want to drop the ball with you, and I just wanted to let you know. Well, we don't have that right now, right? So that's not a reason. But I'll give you a little inside secret. Okay? It's not ready yet. We're not rolling it out yet, but it's coming. We're going to have another weight loss challenge starting May 5th. Okay? There's nothing that, don't be posting yet on Facebook or anything, but just know it's coming. So these people that you may have dropped the ball with and never followed up with, gives you a reason to call them and pick up the phone and say, hey, Susie, I know we haven't talked for a long time, but I have something exciting I wanted to share with you and just see if you're interested. I know we talked a while back about the program, and I didn't know if you ever had any questions about that. I know you get my emails occasionally with the recipes and the before and after stories, whatever's true for you. I don't know which ones you send, but and I wanted to tell you about something exciting that we're going to do, a weight loss challenge coming up. And just wanted to let you know and just see where the conversation goes. Maybe they're not interested, or maybe they're like, oh my gosh, how did you know that I couldn't button my pants this morning and I was thinking I needed to do something, and I was like, what am I going to do? Like, that could happen, right? But are you going to call somebody and they're going to like, oh yeah, don't bug me. What are you calling me for? Who's going to say that to you? And if they do, let them go. That's just one. There's only like, what does Jim Rohn say? There's only like 10 people in the world like that. So if you get one, you're not going to get another one unless it moves around. So, okay. Questions about that? Does that make sense?
Hey, Christy, real quick before I jump off here, can I add something?
No. Yes.
Well, not add something, but just say that I am one of those people that didn't do well with connections for a really long time. I didn't do anything with them. I'll be honest. I did a bunch of interested calls. I didn't put them in a connections list, and I reached EV and stayed there for a long time, and I really didn't know the value of it. And at the beginning of the year, I went through and recreated out of all the papers that I had saved a connections list, and I did call ones I could find phone numbers for. I called ones I didn't have phone numbers for. I put on my connections email, and I have seen pretty good return from that. So I agree that it is never too late to call them or to stick them on your connections email if you've forgotten or it got away from you or whatever. So, I mean, I only have 4 months of data on that, but for me, it's been true that it didn't really matter that I had dropped the ball.
Good point. Good point. I was just trying to think of a real life person that I would like to call me right now. And I'm thinking, when we bought our house, we didn't get a security system. But I've been thinking that might be a good thing. And if the first security guy that was to call me and explain, what he would do for me and how he could help me and support me and keep my family safe, he'd get my business. Simple as that, because he cared enough to call me. So, I mean, really, you're touched when people do that, right? He's just saying, hey, just thought I'd call and see if you needed me now. I'd be happy to help you. If I said no, big deal, right? What if I said yes? How did he know I was thinking about it? Right? Mm-hmm.
So are you still looking for a security system?
I
know a guy.
I'm thinking about it.
I can send him your way.
Okay, I'll hook up with you, Pam.
Okay.
Hey, Christy.
Yes.
Also, I don't know if coaches have access to like joining a healthy happy hour if they want to start their own. I have found that that's a really good time to retouch people, whether they were just a yes or someone that you did an interested script with and they declined. That's a good time to come back and say, hey, I know that you said you were going to do your own thing to try to, get healthy. Do you want to come and learn a few recipes or something? And I've had really good success with getting back in touch with people and then having them hear other testimonies and stories and then say, maybe this program is for me. So that's a good way to touch it, people a second time.
Mm-hmm. Very good point. Thank you for that. Yep. If you have a healthy happy hour or a little lunch and learn or whatever you want to call it, where you gather clients or interested people, that's a great time to reach out to your connections because they're getting your emails. If you're dripping on them, they remember who you are. And for you to call them and invite them to something, again, wow, thanks for thinking of me, right? Like I haven't talked to you in 6 months or something, and you thought to call me? Who doesn't want to learn how to cook healthier and learn some new recipes and go to a little fun outing with healthy people? That's a great, great point. Thank you. Anyone else?
When I've forgotten to do something or dropped the ball, and then I call them and I don't apologize to make them think like, oh shoot, I forgot you. I'm so sorry. I just say, I was thinking about you the other day and I want to give you a call.
Perfect.
Or something reminded me the other day of you and I want to give you a call.
Mm-hmm. See how you're doing. Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Anyone else? No? Was this helpful? Does this fill some gaps maybe? Hopefully? I'll post this recording, so hopefully, I know I forget to tell my new coaches about the I Choose Optimal Health. I just forget. So I wanted to remind people of that and also just how important it is for the follow-up, because you can go out and you can collect, you can do, 50 yeses a month. But if you're not following up with those that are interested, or at least halfway, like in your head, think, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, right? So if they're a 1 to a 5 and they're like, sure, great, I could, and they're like a 1, 2, 3, right? So just go ahead and send them the thank you. Ask them if you can keep them updated occasionally on how things are going. Then you're going to put them in your connections list and you're just going to drip on them. But if they like have a heartbeat at all and they're like, well, that's kind of interesting, I might like to hear more about that. That's when you say, great, I'd love to tell you more. I'm going to send you this email. And then when do you think you'd have time to look at it? Like, I could call you tonight if you think you would, or tomorrow would work for me too, if that works better. Because after you look at it, you're going to have more questions, and that way I can answer them all for you. And I really don't have a lot of time right now, and I want to, give you my full attention. Good? Okay. Everybody's nodding. This is an exercise, isn't it? Okay. Unless we have any other questions, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for jumping on. Have a great night. And go watch Prezi number 3 again and just get that in your head and make sure you understand that important Prezi number 3. Yes. Number 3. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Bye.